What's up, guys? My name is Spartan, and this is going to be the first episode of a beginner account playthrough. I am starting a new series here on my channel that is going to be basically going through a brand new beginner's account, a free-to-play account, I may add. The only exception to that is I did get the Disable Ads pack, because from most people's opinions, if you get the Disable Ads pack, you still fall under the sort of realm of free-to-play. But nothing else here, nothing up there. Not going to be buying anything for this account. So I would like to formally introduce you guys to Spartan Jr. This is Spartan Jr. I technically made this account a year ago. You can see the start date up here, July 13th. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I guess maybe I started this account and then just didn't play it, because my main account started in July 28th. So I don't know. I guess, yeah, I don't know why I didn't really start playing this account, but I realized it came to my attention there's not a lot of new beginner content on YouTube. So I'm going to be starting this little playthrough series with the intention of giving you guys the play-by-play from a player who has been playing this game for over a year on my main account. I really hope this video is helpful for you guys, and if it is, why don't you give it a thumbs up and drop a comment down below, and subscribe if you'd like to see some more videos. Likewise, really quickly, we do have a Discord server full of people who are basically at varying stages of the game, all the way from early to late and end. So we've got a ton of people in the Discord server, always willing to help out and answer questions, so if you guys would like to check that out, check out the link in the description below. And with that, let's go ahead and get into what I would like to do for this video. So because this is the first initial sort of video, I just kind of want to cover everything that we have so far. Like I said, this is literally a brand new account. My lifetime coins is 1.68k. We're farming tier 1 again. So we have a long ways to go. But don't worry, guys, we will get there with time. So first things first, when you first start playing the tower, what you have access to is basically the workshop and the cards. So what I will generally tell brand new players is try to get cards until you get the coins card. Once you get the coins card, you don't really need to pull more cards. You can if you want, but you really don't need to, because your gems are going to be going towards the labs. So you see I currently have one lab available, and I'm going to go ahead and unlock my second lab right now. So the labs are one of the most important parts of this game, just in terms of developing your tower. So really quickly, I'd like to just take a look and see what we have available at the brand spanking start of the game. So we have utility, defense, attack, and main research. So first things first, in terms of the upgrades that you would like to prioritize, the first one that you will 100% want to max out is going to be game speed, which is right here. This one is so important to your tower's progression, just in terms of speeding up your farming runs and making your farming more efficient so that you can get more runs done in a given day. So for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and start the research for this lab right here. It's going to take 9 minutes. So 9 minutes, that sounds like a lot of time. The next labs that I'm going to be doing and basically just getting a head start in is sort of spreading the love. So while I have a few coins left to spare, 300 exactly, I'm basically just going to divvy up my coins between some of this other stuff in the utility tree. So I'm going to start by doing 1 level in cash bonus. All right, and now that cash bonus is done, how much does it cost for another level? 81 coins. That's a little bit steep. So I'm actually going to do 1 level of defense absolute, because the first beginning build that we're going to be basically going through with this account, I am going to be doing EHP for this account because that's what I'm most familiar with. I know some people are able to start this game full on glass cannon, which basically just means revolving around damage versus effective hit points. But because I didn't actually do that with my main account, so I'm not going to do it with this one either. This is going to be EHP. So EHP basically referring to the effective hit points. So health regen, defense percentage when we get it, defense absolute, etc. Hey, really quickly, guys, I am now sponsored by Tech Tree Games, and I thank you guys for that. Ultimately, you guys are who have gotten me this far, and I really appreciate all of you. Part of that sponsorship includes I now have a creator code. You can now type my creator code in on both the web store and the app itself. So in the actual app, if you go to the little gearbox in the settings, there's the creator code section here. You can read here, it says support your favorite content creators by entering their code here. So guys, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider using my code. My code is 300. That is all you got to do. It says you are now supporting me, Spartan. The second place that you can enter my code is actually on the web store. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, there is a little section called support a creator. So if you enter my code yet again, 300, hit save, boom, you are now supporting me. Guys, I greatly appreciate all of you for all the support and love that I've gotten so far. And I would also really appreciate it if you guys would consider using my code. And if you're not using my code, at least find some content creators so that you can show some support to the fellow people in the tower community. That's all for now. I'm going to hop back over to the video. So we have a few more coins here. I'm actually just going to do another level in Defense Absolute because that's going to help us out a lot. And while that level is kind of going, I'd just like to take a look at the cards real quick. So like I mentioned, first goal is trying to get the coins card. If you don't get the coins card within a few pulls with gems, that's fine. Just basically go until you're able to get the coins card because this one's going to be very helpful for you, especially in the early stages of the game. I got lucky. I got it on my third try. So I got attack speed first, then health regen, then coins. And I also did go ahead and get another card slot so that I can have 2 available. You don't want to go too crazy with the cards, mainly for the sake of your main priority with gems early on is trying to get all 5. You can have up to 5 labs unlocked. So your main goal with the gems is going to be trying to unlock all 5 of these labs. Because as you can see, there's a lot of stuff that we have to research, and we are only at the tip of the iceberg within this game. If you want to see like what in total, how many labs you end up getting, I don't even think I have all of them on my main account, but you can feel free to check out one of my Tour My Tower episodes where I go through the labs. Yeah, there are a lot of labs, guys. So needless to say, our next goal is going to be saving up 400 gems for lab 3. In terms of the workshop, these are the first 4 tabs that you have. You have attack, upgrades, defense upgrades, utility upgrades, and then ultimate weapons. So your main priority early on is going to be first putting a little bit of levels into Defense Absolute to give you a baseline, and then you're going to want to try to unlock Thorns. Thorns are going to be super critical for the turtle build, which we're going to basically be trying to do here shortly. For those of you that are unfamiliar with the turtle build, basically to sum it up, it revolves around upgrading Defense Absolute so that the enemies can't hurt you, and then upgrading Thorns so that you kill the enemies with Thorns. And if you'd like to see a full guide on that exact strategy that kind of goes a little bit more in depth than I just did, feel free to check out my turtle guide. I will leave a link to that down in the description box below. And really quickly, guys, if you are going to spend money on this game, 2 of the packs that I would highly recommend getting will be the starter and the epic pack. Obviously, you also would like to get the disable ads pack. If you don't get anything else at a bare minimum, try to get the disable ads pack because it is excruciating having to click on the ads. So we've all done it at least once or twice, but save yourself the trouble. Try to, it literally costs as much as like going out to eat or something like that. So just get the disable ads pack at a minimum if you can afford to, and you will thank yourself later. You also get some coins, a coin multiplier that is also attached to that, which is awesome. Other packs that are pretty good are the starter and epic packs. Both of those, you get some gems and you get the coin multipliers that all stack with each other. So you can see your coin multipliers by clicking the total coin bonus on the main page. It'll basically tell you what all you have going on. So I have a little bit from my cards. I have a little bit from my disable ads pack. I have the difficulty tier, theme bonus, relics, and yeah, it basically just gives me the grand total for everything, which currently is times 1.73. If you guys do buy some of these packs, I would really appreciate it if you would consider using my creator code. I get a small kickback off the top for all purchases made, and and I would greatly appreciate it if you guys would consider using code 300 when you make purchases. And anyway, let's go ahead and look back at the workshop. So along with the Defense Absolute and Thorns, the other stuff that you're really going to want to try to upgrade is your cash bonus. Your cash bonus early on is going to be the main priority. Your coins and your coin bonus and your coins per wave can kind of wait until a little bit later. You don't need to worry about upgrade chances for now. But the main thing that you're going to want to do at this stage of the game is just work on cash bonus, because cash bonus is going to give you what you need during the run to upgrade your Thorns and your Defense Absolute, which are your two primary stats. Obviously, if you have some extra cash and you're looking pretty healthy in terms of your Defense Absolute and Thorns, you can throw some at defense percentage, that's good. You can throw some at health regen or health, that's fine. But I really wouldn't recommend going into anything in the attack workshop at this point. And now we're going to jump back over to our labs because Defense Absolute is just about done. We still have some coins to spare. So what I'm thinking we're going to do at this point is kind of just get a baseline established for each of these stats. So we're going to start with the cash per wave next. It's 20 seconds. We're just going to spend that 40 coins really quickly. All right, we got cash per wave. So now we're going to do the same exact thing, but for, what do we want to do? Let's do starting cash. A few levels into that just so that we get some cash guaranteed every single wave. Does not hurt. Starting cash is by no means one that you want to put a whole lot of investment in, but it does help in these very, very early stages. And like I mentioned, similar to the workshop, you're not really going to want to put too much into the attack research at this time. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to do so. But the main thing that you're going to want to do is try to get your Defense Absolute lab to around like level 10 at a baseline. That'll be pretty good, pretty sufficient, because once we get past tier 1, we're really not going to be using Defense Absolute, so just keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and do a level in coin bonus, and then if we have enough coins, we'll do one in coins per wave. And then at that point, we'll basically just be ready to start farming. All right, game speed level 1 is now in the books. So we're gonna now just do one last level here in coins per wave, get a good baseline established, and oh no, we're all out of coins. It's time to go back and do some farming. But before we do some farming, I did go ahead and get my first ultimate weapon. We kind of talked about that earlier. My options were Smart Missiles, Black Hole, and Death Wave. So I went ahead and got the Black Hole. And you guys may be wondering how I was able to get this and how I have so many stones already. I don't actually know. I'll just show you what happened. I got tournament prizes. Like, I got a bunch of mail. I don't know if this is on purpose or not, but basically, yeah, I guess maybe I did some tournaments when I first started playing, but I don't know. I also did get the 1-year relic because this account is technically a year old, and I guess I got some gems, so that's fine. But yeah, with that, I did get Black Hole as my first ultimate weapon. So generally speaking, your Econ ultimate weapons, which are Black Hole, Spotlight, Death Wave, and Golden Tower, those will be the ideal first 4 ultimate weapons that you would want. And ideally, you would want them in the following order. You would want Golden Tower first because it provides the most coin income, and it's arguably the best Econ ultimate weapon in the game. And after that, you would want Black Hole as a second, which is why I went ahead and chose it. And after that, you would want Death Wave, because Death Wave provides a cell bonus as well. We'll cover cells way later on, but yeah. And then last but not least, you would want Spotlight. If you don't get any of those options, really you can choose whichever you think is the best. If you get like Chain Lightning, that would be okay to get. That would probably be your best bet. A lot of people, if they don't get Golden Tower or Black Hole as their first choice, they will actually restart their account. I don't really agree with that, but, you know, do what you got to do. But anyway, that basically covers everything that we currently have available. We don't have modules yet. We'll unlock that in Tier 2, it looks like. So what we're going to do for the meantime, and I'll just tell you briefly my plan for this upcoming week. I am going to be grinding on this account, so my main goal is mainly just going to be to try to get Tier 2 unlocked. I think that's a safe, obtainable goal that we should be able to get in theory. But yeah. So during the run, our first primary goal is getting some entry levels into our cash per wave, and cash bonus. Don't worry about coins per kill or coins per wave because at this point it's really not going to matter. And the main thing that I'm doing when I'm farming is I'm looking at the little sword, which is underneath the game speed here. Oh, which by the way, we got a level of game speed unlocked, so I can speed this up a little bit. There it goes. It went from 1.5 to 2. So that's good. But yeah, like I mentioned, first thing that we're going to do is basically just get an entry level into our cash bonus and cash per wave. That is sufficient for the time being. And then we're going to hop over here and basically try to upgrade our defense absolute. So you see it currently reads 1.61, so I'm going to put a level in it. Now it's 2.71. We want that number to be higher than the number next to the little sword, which currently says 1.93. So as long as the defense absolute number is higher than that, the basic enemies will not hurt us. The bosses, however, definitely will. But that is why we are relying on thorns. So we're also going to be putting some levels into our thorns. Starting off, trying to get to around like 5%, 10%, eventually looking to get it to about 34%. You can put a little bit into health regen so that if you accidentally do lose some health, you just heal it back up. But this is the main goal. And look at my little black hole. It's keeping that enemy there. Yeah, our main goal right now is just upgrading defense absolute. Like defense absolute and thorns. Just doing that, and we should survive until about 30 or 40 waves. And then once we die, we'll go back in, upgrade our workshop. The main stats that I'm going to focus on in the workshop, like I said, are the cash bonus, and then defense absolute and thorns. But anyway, guys, that is actually going to conclude the first episode of this series. And I don't actually yet know what I'm going to name this series, but probably something along the lines of like beginner account playthrough or something like that. But hopefully this is able to help some of you brand new people that don't know what you're doing, because I didn't know what I was doing. And it wasn't until really I joined a Discord server. I started in the main tower server, and now there are other servers like my server, JPlay's server. The main thing is try to find a community of people that can help you. And ooh, a gym. Let's click that. Yeah, just try to find a community of people that can help you develop your tower. There's a lot of good guys in my server. There's a lot of good guys in JPlay's server, and there's a lot of good people in the main tower server. So point is, find somewhere where you can get some questions answered and, hey, what do I do? What do I upgrade? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And like always, I will see you guys later.